Welcome back to Fictionally Yours, where your favorite icons and characters come to life to share a little wisdom. If you love that vibe, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Wednesday, people always say just don't care what others think, but it's easier said than done. How do you actually do that?
It's not about not caring. It's about knowing what truly matters to you and letting everything else fade. The world is filled with opinions and expectations. I have my own. And I've learned that people's perceptions say more about them than it does about you. So instead of worrying about what they think, remember why you think what you think. And if anyone disagrees, let them. Their opinions are not your burden to disprove.
Okay, but what if what matters to me is being liked? I mean, how do I stop wanting people's approval?
Approval. The fragile currency of the emotionally dependent. Let me ask you, when someone likes you, do they truly see you? Or are they in love with a version of you, polished, agreeable, dull, that doesn't dare frown too sharply or speak too darkly? I don't seek to be liked. I seek to be inevitable. The moment you stop performing for applause and start existing on your own terms, that's when people either leave or stay. And only the latter are worth your silence. So if being liked is what matters, then perhaps ask yourself, at what cost does that liking come? Your truth, your edge, your soul? Because I'd rather be misunderstood than misremembered as kind.
But what if losing people still hurts, even if you know they weren't right for you?
It does. But I let the hurt sharpen me, not break me. Pain is just proof that something inside still feels. And feeling isn't weakness if you refuse to let it control you. I don't mourn those who leave. I study them. I learn why they couldn't withstand my darkness, and then I grow darker. You don't have to stop caring instantly. Just stop letting it show. One day, the silence they left behind won't ache. It'll feel like peace, and that's when you'll know. You've finally become your own approval.
I think I get it now. Peace doesn't come from people's approval. It comes from finally approving of yourself.
How delightfully perceptive. You're beginning to see the beauty in stillness, in silence, in standing alone like a gravestone untouched by sentiment. Self-approval isn't earned through applause, it's claimed in the dark, without witnesses. Welcome to the other side. It's colder here, but far more honest.
Maybe honesty was what I was afraid of all along. It's easier to be liked than to be real. But I guess pretending isn't peace either, is it?
It's an escape, a delusion. You've been taught to seek out the easy roads, the paths of acceptance, the smooth words and easy laughter. The world has trained you to put on masks, and taught you that the truth is the enemy. Lies are easy. Lies don't take work. Truth requires courage. Courage is cold and painful, but the world doesn't get to dictate your story. You do.
But how do you even start? How do you stop letting the world's expectations dictate your every choice?
The first step, stop apologizing for how you feel. Stop explaining. Stop defending. For too long, you've let the world determine your worth, your actions, your very words. But every time you say sorry for something that doesn't need an apology, you hand them the power to dictate your value. From now on, the only thing you owe this world is your honesty. Even if it's brutal. Especially if it's brutal.
But what if being brutally honest pushes people away? How do you handle the loneliness that comes with that?
Then let them go. Loneliness is not a punishment, it's a purification. The ones who leave can't survive your truth, and that reveals their weakness, not yours. I don't fill silence with noise just to feel accompanied. I sit in the quiet and grow stronger within it. Loneliness taught me clarity. It taught me how to hear my own thoughts without distraction. How to trust my instincts when no one else does. If you fear loneliness, ask yourself, are you afraid of being alone? Or afraid of who you might become without an audience? The real power begins when no one is watching, and still, you remain yourself. That's not isolation, that's integrity. And integrity doesn't need company to be complete.
So it's not about avoiding people or being alone. It's about becoming someone who doesn't need them to define who they are.
Precisely. Too often, people find value in what others think of them, instead of realizing that their identity is theirs and theirs alone. If I were to lose everything and everyone around me, I wouldn't lose myself. I'd be standing there, unchanged. The less you need the approval of others, the stronger your foundation becomes. Being alone doesn't mean being weak. It means being authentic.
And the ones who can't handle that, they weren't meant to stay anyway, right?
Exactly. People come and go like passing storms. Some bring rain, others destruction, but none are meant to stay forever. Only the ones who can stand in the cold wind of your truth without flinching. Those are the ones worth a second glance. The rest, just echoes. Temporary noise. And I prefer silence to false harmony. So let them leave. Make room for those who don't fear your shadows. Those who might just walk beside you in them.
So it's not about pushing people away. It's about letting only the right ones stay. And everyone else, their absence isn't loss, it's clarity.
Precisely. Loneliness isn't something to fight. It's something to embrace as a reminder that your strength doesn't come from validation. It comes from knowing you're strong enough, even when no one else sees it. You don't have to shrink yourself to fit anyone. If someone can only love you for an edited version of you, they don't love you. They just prefer a more digestible truth.
Then maybe love and approval aren't things to seek. They're things that arrive only when you stop needing them.
Now you're getting it. People think love is a need, not a bonus. So they try to force it, make it happen, chase it like it's something they're entitled to. It's no wonder they never find it. They treat it like an obligation. But real love finds you when you least expect it. When you're content with your own darkness. When you've learned to love being alone. That's when the ones who aren't afraid of your shadows start walking into your light.
So it's not about chasing love or approval. It's about mastering yourself first, then the right people, the right connections simply arrive.
Bingo. If you constantly seek something, it evades you. Irony in its purest form. Love finds the ones who don't look for it. It finds the ones who've made peace with their solitude, not the ones who are restless for company. Be the one who doesn't need a hand to hold to feel complete. Once you do that, the right hands reach for you.
So it's about being whole first, not waiting for someone else to complete you. The right connections only appear when you stop depending on them.
That's exactly right. When you depend on others for happiness, you allow them to control your joy, which also gives them the power to take it away. But when you find contentment within yourself, you become resilient. You stop fearing the temporary. You stop trying to force the world to give you what it can't. Connection becomes less about need and more about choice. It isn't about proving your value by seeking constant company. It's about acknowledging that your value exists with or without it.
It's clear now, living on your own terms, embracing your truth, and valuing yourself first, everything else falls into place naturally.
And beautifully so. The world rewards conformity, but it remembers originality. When you stop bending to fit, you start standing out, like a blade in the dark, silent, sharp, undeniable. So live by your own code, speak in your own voice, and let the right people catch up. Because peace isn't found in approval. It's found in not needing to ask for it.
Thank you, Wednesday. That really puts things into perspective. Peace, strength, and self-respect all come from within. Everything else, the approval, the opinions, the noise, is just background. Let's all remember that and live by our own code.
You're welcome. I don't give advice often. Usually I leave people to their suffering, but you've managed not to bore me. That's rare. So take this moment of clarity and don't waste it on small lives. Be cold when necessary. Be silent when wise. And never apologize for the quiet power of your presence. Now go, before I start expecting gratitude and ruin the mood.
Noted, Wednesday. I'll try not to disappoint you or bore you. And to everyone watching, maybe it's time we stop apologizing for who we are.
Yes, maybe it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a cello waiting to feel the cold embrace of my fingers.
And that's today's conversation with Wednesday Addams. If you felt that, comment below who you want me to bring to life next, and don't forget to subscribe for more conversations like this. Until next time, fictionally yours.
And if any of you dare to reach out just to say you're not so scary, I'll haunt you in alphabetical order. Sleep well.